On this week's episode of Marketing O'Clock.
It's been a long time coming, but it sounds like the Twitter deal might actually be over.
We're proud to introduce you to Point One, the latest version of Google Ads Editor, breaking down the new overview page and more updates.
And a certain type of Google Ads campaigns get a location targeting to the max.
All on today's show.
Google Ads Editor.
Welcome, you are listening to Marketing O'Clock. Just stay tuned. Digital marketing news, but let's get specific. Digital ads, SEO and analytics, social media and more. Pretty much everything that'll make your website perform. With new shows every Friday. We give you the news with sass and puns and definitely hot takes. Thank you for tuning in. You know what time it is. It's officially Marketing O'Clock. Settle in, sit back, keep it locked.
Hey there, I'm Christine Zernheld.
AKA Shep.
I'm Jess Budd.
And I'm Greg Finn.
And it is officially Marketing O'Clock.
Here on July 16th, 2022. Hello, everybody. Thanks for joining us for another fantastic week of news. Greg Finn, what is going on with you this week?
Well, if you want to hear more of me, and who doesn't, I jumped on and did a guest hosting spot with the guys over at Edge of the Web, Aaron, Jacob. Morty was out at MoseCon, I believe, and they needed a host. So I jumped on, and you can hear more of me over there if you want to on Edge of the Web Radio. So that's what's going on with me if you want more of this.
Was there like free chips at MoseCon?
No, but I did see some socks. No shoes, though.
Interesting. Okay. Jess Budd, what's up with you?
I just have a question. Greg, you won't know the answer.
I'm scared.
What are these flies in the ladies' room?
Oh, it's crazy.
Do you feel like you're in the Amityville Horror?
I flushed one today.
Oh. Yeah, they're like little triangle. They look like fighter jets. Have you been, do you have these in the men's room?
No,
Right?
we don't have flies in our
They're
bathroom.
like weird little triangle, like black flies. I don't know what they are, but they're everywhere, and they're like stuck to things. I think because it gets moist on like the toilet ceramic, and they get stuck to the bowl on the outside. I didn't know if it was me. They were just following me.
They have a death wish. One just
They're
like
increasing.
flew into the toilet today, so I just flushed it right away.
I saved a spider out of that toilet once.
You put your hands in the water.
I got a little Dixie cup, fished him out.
That is so much work for a spider that I probably squished the next day. I'm sorry to tell you.
I gave it a fighting chance, but I don't know what these flies are. That's literally all that's happening in my life is I feel like insects are following me.
Okay, well, what's happening in my life is I'm losing my mind. So one example, I was like talking to a client on a call yesterday, and I was complimenting her shirt. She had cool branded merch for her company. And I realized halfway through the conversation that I had the same conversation 2 weeks before and told her I liked her shirt, the same shirt.
Why is she showing up to the meeting in the same shirt?
Well, it's fine. And then I wear the same thing every day. I'm not on the show. And then I'm like, do I acknowledge it? Do I just go with it? She's not saying anything. It was terrible. So sorry, other
She
Jess.
might have forgot to.
It is a great shirt.
Maybe she forgot as well.
Mm-hmm. But another way I'm losing my mind, I had a pack of pictures like from Walgreens that I clearly ordered a long time ago. It was pictures of the baby, like maybe before she was 1, like 6 months ago at least. And I'm going through them.
Wait, you have a kid?
Yeah, you didn't hear? No. Wait, you have 2? And there's one photo. I apparently printed out a meme. I guess I should just copy this and put it in the notes so you guys can see.
I can't wait.
That said, I freeze hot dog water and serve it to the guests that I don't like. And I don't.
I'm coming to your house.
It seems like something I would do to print out this meme, but I don't remember doing it. So I don't know if I just saved it to my phone and it was an accident.
This was in with photos of your darling child.
So question, did you frame it?
I hung it on my fridge.
Yeah.
And then I hung it too low on one of the letter magnets. So I woke up this morning and the lady was walking around with it.
I do this. Oh my goodness. So you had these printed? So somebody at Walgreens was like,
yes,
cute baby.
What? That's the best part.
Nobody
They
prints
see
photos
a lot.
anymore.
They see a lot. I don't know if they've ever seen this.
I've seen, when I used to work 1 hour photo, different kind of hot dog. I had to call my manager.
Oh, no.
I did. I was like, am I allowed to give this to them?
What's the policy?
I don't remember. I'm so traumatized. I think he said just like they ordered it, give it to them. But like it used to be the giant machine and it would like print where customers could see because it was behind the thing. So it was just like shoveling.
You've lived such a life.
There wasn't touching, so I feel like it was okay. It was just like a.
It wasn't a hot dog? Was it a wiener dog?
Guy's name was Richard, Dick for short.
Also, bringing it back to Just Bud, she would enjoy these ice cubes.
I would.
So you're a guest in my home anytime. Thank you, Chef. And if you guys missed it, we recorded a really fun episode a few weeks ago with some friends of the podcast. We're calling it Oops All Heck, and we're just sitting down with people, not talking about marketing. It's really long, over 2 hours, having a lot of fun, and it's all to benefit the Buffalo 514 Survivors Fund. And this goes directly to the families of the victim of that horrible shooting that happened here in our hometown of Buffalo in May. So if you want to help us and give back to that awesome charity, please check out the episode. It is at buffalo.marketingoclock.com. You can donate as little as $1, and it's definitely going to a good cause. So thanks. Jess, what's going on in the news this week?
All right, people of Earth. Elon Musk pulls out of the $44 billion deal to buy Twitter.
That's a first.
Why, you may ask? Does anyone want to take a stab? I didn't do a good job hiding the answer, but don't.
Why he doesn't want to buy Twitter?
Yeah. Why he's trying to pull out?
He doesn't like the emojis. He wants better ones.
Valid, I suppose.
He can't afford it. I don't know.
Can't afford it. It was called you Shep. We have the same color on today, you two. Greg, any guesses why he's pulling out?
I mean, I know what the answer is.
Yeah,
It's fake.
okay.
It's fake.
It's fake
bots.
accounts. And he said that this is because Twitter has failed to provide enough information on the number of spam and fake accounts. So the article also goes on to speculate other reasons that, maybe it's not just the one thing. Stock market prices for tech giants are dropping. Tesla's own share price is taking a hit in light of his interest in the bird, or just plain bit off more than he could chew. Who knows? But the bot thing, I feel like we may have tired the topic, but it could very well be it, or a big piece of it. He claims that he has repeatedly been refused information about the number of bot accounts on Twitter, which is why he wanted to terminate the deal. And according to this article, Twitter just said last week that it removes about 1 million spam accounts a day, which seems like a lot. I don't know if it's actually under that 5% of users. Who knows? But that does seem like a lot. But it also does seem like they're working on it actively. So what matters now basically is that Mr. Musk has to prove whether Twitter breached their agreement or not. So he may not even be able to back out of it. Who knows? But he's officially trying to, I guess, is the news here. Who knows?
All right. And then in retaliation to Elon pulling out there, the Twitter team is suing Elon for backing out. And what they say is less than 3 months later, Musk refuses to honor his obligations to Twitter and its stockholders because the deal he signed no longer serves his personal interests, reads the lawsuit. Having mounted a public spectacle to put Twitter in play, and having proposed and then signed a seller-friendly merger agreement, Musk apparently believes that he, unlike every other party subject to Delaware contract law, is free to change his mind, trash the company, disrupt his operations, destroy stockholder value, and walk away. And they're not wrong, right? Like, I think they're being a little overdramatic here, but people quit the company over this. Like, at one point he said turn the Twitter headquarters into like homeless apartments because nobody ever goes there. Like, he really, I am positive that people left. Like, there was a lot of damage done to this, and you sign something like that, you should have to pay for it. Sorry. Like, just because, and like he got rid of all his like due diligence and everything. So I'm with Twitter on this. I don't think Elon ever really wanted to buy it.
You've been saying that since the beginning.
Yeah, but I don't know. I just, whatever. Like, those are all very valid reasons. And you shouldn't be able to just say, I'm going to buy something. Everybody agree to it. And then you just go out there like putting poop emojis everywhere and tanking the stock of the company and having people leave. It's just, that's not the way that the world should work. I understand he's probably gonna get away with it, and that's how everything happens. And anybody who's nice just loses, but that's what it is. So whatever. I'm with Twitter on this.
And Just Bud hasn't logged on to Twitter since all of this started. So
No, I also hadn't before that, so don't consider me a barometer.
still blaming Elon. Okay, and next up this week, Google Ads Editor 2.1 has arrived. Boris Barrick at Boris Barrick broke the news via Twitter. He said Google Ads Editor just got a major upgrade, and he has a screenshot of this new account overview page, which I think is the biggest change. And it opens as soon as you log in. And this is really awesome. It gives you more performance data than we've ever really seen in Ads Editor. You usually had to log online to see this. So it's nice to have it in there. And you don't have to have both windows open if you're trying to look at things all at once. So it has those lovely tiles in the primary colors plus green that we were talking about last week that you can now download online. But these ones they're not that ugly, like orangish yellow tone. It's like a nice pastel yellow. What do you guys think of this?
They're very calming.
I think it's much improved.
I love it.
I like to have this, yes. I thought you meant the colors.
Oh, of course.
They're nice.
I love it.
And Boris's account is in German, so I, of course, saw this tweet, and then I didn't have time to download it until the next day because I had so much work to do and my computer's slow. But so I was trying to poke around to see what everything was. Apparently in German, clicks are clicks, but with a K.
I love it.
Me too. We need that for us. But then CPC is still CPC.
Should be
CPK.
CPK.
Or maybe it's
California Pizza Kitchen.
Cost with a K.
Do we see that here? We don't.
KPK?
KPK.
I don't know. We'll have to ask the Germans. But
Impressions is Impressio, or you think that's just cut off?
I thought there was an N at the end. My screenshot's really small.
I know, I can't see.
Everything's better in German, apparently. But I think clicks with a K is a really fun change that we should use here in the US. So then I did look at this in my account. So basically the overview page, it has those blocks at the top, and then it has some tiles underneath with some really like useful insights in the blocks, kind of what you'd see on your account overview page. So it has like device information, like a campaign overview with metrics that you can shuffle around to see like impressions, clicks, and whether they're increasing or decreasing. They have a little bit of the auction insights in there that I don't know what you could really get from that. It's like so small and you can't really click to learn more. But then, of course, throughout, there's just recommendations all over the place. Like each recommendation gets its own tile. And then I'm going to be just Bud right now. They have this thing at the upper right. I can't even zoom in.
No, you need glasses, Shep. You want to borrow mine?
It's like top broken it's a word I've never heard before, and it's like not targeting the display network. Like things that I don't want to do, and it says you're doing this wrong and you need to fix it. Like that's part of the recommendations.
Top custom rules violations?
Yeah, custom rules violations.
That doesn't even make sense.
I don't know. So they can't just give us a good thing. It has to be just peppered with recommendations. Okay, so Nicole Farley has the full write-up on Search Engine Land, so I'll just run through some of the highlights here. So it says table header recommendations are new, primary display status, overview recommendation card. So I think that's what we just talked about. Warning dialog for cross-account copy and paste. That's nice because I'm terrified that you can have two accounts open at once, and it's nice that it's going to tell you if you're accidentally doing something maybe. It'll tell you if you're violating aligned budget or bid strategy, video drive-through conversion campaigns, final URL expansion, which I'm convinced it has overridden for me in my Performance Max campaigns where I like downloaded it into Editor. You can't change it, uploaded it, and all of a sudden URL expansion was on. So hopefully this fixes that. Global offers, more questions for lead forms, lead form extensions at the account level, and a budget explorer. So lots of fun things to play around with. This seems more like a 0.0 than a 0.1. I'm loving the overview
this is
page.
Huge.
But another negative, Boris said the first time he tried opening an account this morning, he got editor closed unexpectedly. So still a few kinks to work out there.
With a K?
No, it's a C.
What else is happening?
All right. In Google News, Google has some new advanced location options, according to Nicole Farley over on Search Engine Land, for Performance Max campaigns. And now what you can do is you can target or exclude based on presence or interest. So people regularly in or who have shown interest in your targeted locations, or people who are regularly in your targeted locations. So that really mimics what the normal standard campaigns are. So that is a very nice element. And then Ginny Marvin on her @ads liaison Twitter handle shared that there are 5 other items, and there's a blog post that came out from Google that talked about number 1, the big improvement that you can do to your Performance Max campaigns, optimization score. Imagine something as stupid as optimization score on Performance Max.
Wait, you can't change anything.
What it can do is, I think you can do flip on new customer acquisition, basically. There you go.
Okay. The big shock to me here is that it hasn't already had optimization score.
I thought it did
didn't
too.
notice.
I mean, I won't I thought it already came.
Right? Yeah.
I think they announced it at GML, but I'm not sure. Either way, it's here. So good luck with your 3 levers you can pull. All right. Next up, they say, number 2, use new levers to steer automation. I swear I didn't look at that. Based on your unique understanding of your business. So they're saying, it sounds really cool, right? Like you're going to be able to do something. Well, all you can do is put seasonality adjustments in. So if you think there's going to be a conversion rate drop or decline, you have no idea what people are searching for. So
how could you know?
Good luck with all this, but at least you can say there's a seasonality issue. Or if you had conversion issues, you can use data exclusions now. So you can say, exclude this data in your maximum performance BS engine. So
the BSE.
You can also gain a deeper transparency into performance with explanations. So you can see your ready to serve products changed. You'll get basic information, and it's only for anything with a product feed. So if you have some issues with your product feed, I'd imagine that's where it comes into. And then there's diagnostic insights, which again, I believe that this one's only for anything with a feed there. So I'm not going to waste everybody's time whining about Performance Max. It's like 1% of a real campaign. So good luck.
Now it's time for this week's Take of the Week. This is a #fire digital marketing take with extra spice served up for you. We simply deliver the take for your consumption. We give no opinions. We don't influence. You make the call.
This week's Take of the Week comes from PPCKirk at PPCKirk on Twitter. And it was a response to PPC chat every Tuesday at 12 noon Eastern Standard Time, and audio version Thursday noon Eastern Standard Time, in Twitter Spaces. And so Doug R. Thomas Esquire. Are you a lawyer if you say Esquire?
I don't
Yes,
know.
but what is this handle?
Can I add Esquire to my handle?
Sure. Shep
Esquire.
Esquire.
Shep Squire.
Oh.
Ooh.
Anyway, Doug said, oof, I think in general, PPC has lost its luster as an answer to a question. Clients are far more aware of its shortcomings, especially as they've seen CPCs rise and realize that the solutions never actually solve their marketing problems. Agreed to marketing self, it's a checkbox. So kind of shots fired at PPC, but Kirk came in and said, I've begun more and more valuing this in the quote tweet. And he goes on to say, I think our industry has to hit this point. We PPC advertisers offer a necessary professional service like an accountant. We're not miracle workers. I open a stone for this on PPC chat, but you just can't be in the mindset of focusing on scaling with PPC as your prime channel. You have to push hard into higher risk, higher exposure demand gen stuff like YouTube, TikTok, Shark Tank, etc. I don't know where the
Shark Tank the show?
I think so.
Look what it did for Scrub Daddy.
And for that reason, I'm out.
And then it goes on to say, what I mean is it's time to see the need to hire a competent PPC pro is an important checkbox, but still more as a checkbox than obsessing over eking out scaling with it. I think the industry is changing enough where it's just hard to do that. Privacy plus automation. And then he finishes up saying, that's where agency hopping shows up. I always try to find the one who can figure it out and make it grow instead of looking to more risk gen branding efforts and using PPC to lock down the mid low funnel traffic coming through those top of funnel efforts. So I think he's right on a lot of that. I think the other thing that he's wrong on a little bit is there are so many companies that frankly stink at PPC and say that they do. And I think that that's an important thing too. You should have a checkbox, and you should have somebody that can check it for you and tell you if your accounts are doing well. Like if you're actually doing it. Like, don't just check off PPC. If you have an account, call me. I'll do it for free, and I'll tell you if you can check it off if you want to see that. Because so many people do PPC and it fucking sucks. And we get the account, and you have to redo the entire thing. And it's like, it shouldn't just be, you need to have a checkbox of good job with my PPC. Good, then check that off. And depending on how to use PPC, it also goes into LinkedIn, and you can use lead gen ads. It depends on how you describe everything, but I'm directionally with Kirk on this.
Now it's time for our must-read marketing article of the week. An article so advanced, so in-depth, so detailed that we simply cannot cover it in its entirety on today's show.
ICYMI people, this is going to be a lot of reading here because Queen Jyll Saskin Gales, queen of PPC TikTok, tweeted a thread this week that I just want to save to my bookmarks bar. It is your unofficial guide to Google Ads teams and jobs and what they mean, because it makes no sense, people. Okay. Starting with Google Customer Solutions, aka GCS. This is the name of Google's scaled sales team. Google employees who do not need ads experience to get the job, but do get trained on the job. This is a sales team. There are things they must pitch. They should still be focused on your goals. Should. Okay, next. Accelerated Growth Team, AGT. This is a part of GCS that's focused on scaling up, aka money, in return for a non-legally binding agreement to spend a certain amount for a certain time. You receive a higher level of service. Not support, service. I've had great experiences with AGT. Interesting. I don't know if I've heard of them. Actually, I think I have. Accelerated Growth Team.
Yep.
Okay.
I have too, for the record.
Account strategist. This is the more junior role on a GCS team. The more senior role will have lead or executive in their title. More senior does not mean more Google Ads knowledge. Strategists are actually in your account helping you achieve your goals. XX on behalf of Google. So when someone just says they sign the email that way. This is a contractor, not a Google employee. They do not need ads experience, but do get trained on the job. In my experience, more like a support team than a sales team. Do not expect them to learn your biz goals. And then finally, at the end, she just asks if there's anything people missed. But she's a former Googler, so hopefully she knows what she's talking about. And a lot of these just talk about how they don't need ad experience.
I'll also say I've talked to people on Google at the highest up levels that have no interest in learning your biz goals and no interest whatsoever in doing anything other than what boxes they can check off. Mm-hmm. So take this with a grain of salt, but it's about at least the business goal side.
And it's like with any job, like a title is just a title. Like you could find an amazing person anywhere if they're the right person. So, but this is helpful. Thanks, Jyll.
Now it's time for this week's Pew Pew Lightning Round. At this point in the show, we split up our content into 3 parts: paid, organic, and social.
Okay, we have kind of a light news this week. It's not normal for us. So first in paid here, Diana Alina Aldea at Diana Alina Aldea on Twitter says, did you know that if you include search partners in Google, your ads can also show to people searching on YouTube? For this to be possible, you have to have landscape image extensions. I found this out today from a Google rep. I did know this. I didn't know you had to have the image extensions running, but I'm always like super confused for a second when I'm on YouTube, especially on mobile, and the search ads at the top are like so big. But this is another reason why it would be nice to have an option to just have search partners and like isolate it, or maybe have some placement control if you want to test that.
Do you see it's now being called like Search Network?
Oh, God. But that's the Search Network, I thought.
Well, maybe I messed that up.
They're just trying to confuse us because they want everyone opted in. Hate it.
Just want you to check a box. Theme of the day.
Okay, Twitter Ads is rolling out A/B testing in the Ads API. Background, I do not dabble in Twitter Ads anytime recently. So it says you can test things like bid type, creative targeting, and more, which sounds great. Then I continue to read the article. It says, specifically, we're introducing a new endpoint, AB_tests, to be used for creating and structuring these tests. Then it proceeds to tell you like how you need to code to set up this experiment. And it just seems like a nightmare and not user-friendly. So something that just sounded amazing, I don't know. Good luck, everybody. And that's all we have in paid. What's happening in organic?
All right. First up, we have some more news for the tag team. Back again. Check it, wreck it, let's begin. Tag on party people. It's not just for ads. Free listings in the house, auto tag, and track.
Woo!
So
look up what this means.
For Merchant Center, you can now auto tag all shopping experiences, not just your ads. According to Google, you can now use auto tagging, or actually, this is according not to Google, to Barry Schwartz, that you can now use auto tagging to view conversions for all free listings and free local listing experiences on Google. Previously, auto tagging was only available for listings in the shopping tab. When used with a web analytics tool, you can use the conversion data to see how effective your listings perform. This is a big deal for e-commerce folks out there. You're now going to be able to see the difference and actually tag the journey and how those conversions happen, not just on ads, but on everything else. It's a huge upgrade. We have done the show when there was no shopping. I talked about it last week, I think. Love to see this. They're doing a great job. Kudos, Google on this. All right. And next up, from my boy, Neil Mohan, at Neil Mohan on Twitter. Best known for the video 5 innovations coming to YouTube in 2022, #shorts, where Neil Mohan starts with the phone right up to his face. I want to just say something. This is a safe space, right?
Mm-hmm. Not for Neil.
Oh, no, for Neil. Listen, I paid $30 for a temporary tattoo of Neil Mohan's face. And I was going to pretend I got a real tattoo, but the tattoo place set, and I was going to have it on here for the show. But the people said, like, it's too blurry. Here's what it would look like. And I go, that's perfect. Please send it to me. And they're like, no, it's too blurry. I'm like, no, I want that. And they refunded me my money and wouldn't give me my Neil Mohan tattoo. So I'm going to have to go get a real one now.
Wait a minute. You can, first of all, you can do that?
Yes.
On the internet?
Yes. I will find the guy that said I can't get the Neil Mohan tattoo and I'll send it to you.
It's too blurry? You could just print this and tape it to you.
I was going to pretend I got a Neil Mohan tattoo.
I really would have been impressed. I appreciate that you put $30 into it.
Anyway, I don't even know if I said what the news was, but they launched Super Chat and Super Stickers in Indonesia, part of our effort to give global YouTube creators a way to connect with more viewers while building their business. But I just saw Neil, and I just warmed my little heart. All right, from Colin McDermott, at Colin McDermott on Twitter. Now for Google Publisher Center, you do not need full RSS feeds to show up. And Publisher Center can feed Google News, and he says ICYMI, cease and desist. Google is dropping that requirement. So great to hear that. From the Wall Street Journal, Google is offering concessions to fend off U.S. antitrust lawsuit. That is the name of the article. We covered it kind of in depth on Edge of the Web, so you can go check that out if you want to. But basically, it's more to do with some of the properties that Google Ads shows things on. So if you have Google Ads, again, you have AdSense on the publisher side of things, but then you're also controlling the auction. And the Wall Street Journal, and according to the EU, there are many people that are also worried about the fact that there's Google Ads, and that's also showing up on YouTube. And that's the only way to show and run ads on YouTube. I don't get the YouTube side of things. That's a property that's owned by Google. I talk about, again, on Edge of the Web, but make a YouTube ads then. Like, nobody's yelling at Meta for having the only way to buy on Instagram be Meta. Like, I don't understand why you have to use Google Ads and everything. They built Alphabet for this. They made this holding company and didn't do anything with it. Like, make a YouTube ad, make a Alphabet ads. I don't know. Like, I don't understand any of it on the YouTube side, but I get the fact that you have the inventory on publishers and you control the auction and you don't disclose anything. I get why that's an issue. I don't really get what's going on in the EU with YouTube. But apparently, like, maybe they're going to let other people sell ads on YouTube. I don't know. Check it out over on the WSJ. All right. We talked about this, I don't know if it was last week or a few weeks ago, but Patrick Stocks over at Ahrefs had a post about where the hidden information, about how much hidden information was in Search Console. So after that post, according to Barry Schwartz and Google, Barry says, on Friday, Google removed language from the Search Console help docs about anonymized queries being very rare. It is no longer very rare, and then I'll say it's some queries. So Patrick wrote this post, and now they're saying some queries. They shouldn't have said very rare in the beginning. They should just never say anything. This is why they don't tell you anything, because if they say very rare, somebody's going to write this big expose and it's going to be a whole thing. If you just wrote some, nobody's going to have a problem with that, right? Like, how can you debate some? So anyway, they changed the actual content on the page. And here's what Patrick Stocks replied with. What I wanted, more data from marketers. What I got, a change to the documentation that still undersells how much data is missing. Some queries should at least say many queries. Sure. And Danny Sullivan from his @DannySullivan personal Twitter account responded, this part of documentation didn't change and was present when you did your study. If your site has a significant number of anonymized queries, whatever. You can go check it out. Patrick has a tweet.
They're literally like the Real Housewives showing up to their union with receipts.
Yeah, that's like a binder, right? A binder full of receipts. Mm-hmm. Got it.
So who's Patrick?
Swayze?
Patrick could be really anyone. Monique. Everyone comes with receipts now. And they're getting older, so they have to bring their readers.
Who's Danny Sullivan?
In the Monique argument, she would be Giselle. He would be Giselle. Or he could be Andy.
He could be Dixie D'Amelio.
Why? She's not a housewife.
Oh, she's not? Okay, wrong show.
Who's Andy?
She's
the
like
host of the
14 years
reunion?
old. Yeah.
That guy?
Andy Cohen.
That's the one.
The father of Lucy and Benjamin.
Gray hair, right?
Mm-hmm.
I know him.
All right. And from Tube Filter, Spotify video podcasts are rolling out to more countries, 6 new countries: Germany, Boris, you got it, France, Italy, Spain, Brazil, and Mexico. And lastly, RIPIP-GMB. The GMB app, the Google My Business app, is no longer going to be supported. So you cannot go download it, or go use it. You have to manage on Maps, or you can manage on Search. So if you're looking to change your company information, just search for your company in Google, or just open up a map and then you can do it there. Because why would you want to be able to control a profile in a place that was dedicated to it, even though you get chats and you get messages and it's a disaster? And that's it for me. What's happening in social, bud?
I'm just fuming over that because I had to recently access a business that I was given access to, and I got the email alert and I deleted the email, and then I just went to find it and I Googled the business name, and then I clicked into the maps, and then I ended up back in the search. It was the dumbest experience. I should have screen recorded it.
You never even open emails. What are you doing deleting them?
Well, because I understood what it was for. I'm like, yes, that's the access I needed. Thank you. I didn't think about the value of a link in there. Anyway, speaking of valuable, here's a data study from Later Blog. Back to the social news. How Reels have impacted feed post performance. We looked at 81 million plus feed posts to find out. Sneaky eye emoji. Basically, they're saying what everybody already knew, right? Engagement in the feed is down across all. They have graphs. You can see them if you're watching us, or you can read the article. They have graphs. Engagement is down significantly since 2019 for carousels, images, and videos. Video most significantly is down, which is either because Instagram doesn't want you to do that, wants you to do Reels, or because it's actually down and that's why they're saying, hey, let's just do Reels because no one cares about video. Who knows? But basically the key takeaway is if you are seeing a drop off, you're not alone. Embrace Reels. They said it as Instagram isn't over, it's just changing. With every change comes an opportunity with the little celebration emoji. I feel like it's nothing to celebrate.
And the sad thing is, I bet if this was all like in a vacuum and it wasn't skewed so much towards Reels, with the addition of Reels, like pretend it's 50-50 with posts and everything, and it wasn't boosted, I bet that posts would kick the crap out of Reels because everybody is done with Reels.
Yeah. Yeah, like people would still be engaging with them if they were.
Yeah, if you could see a post, you'd engage with it.
Yeah. Yep.
Or an image post, rather.
44% decrease in average feed post engagement rate 2019 versus 2021. So,
But I sent you such a good reel the other day.
what was it? Remind me.
The mom who said she only shows her kid educational content, and then it was the Jersey Shore.
I mean, that was good. I just assumed that was a TikTok repurpose, though.
Probably was.
They all are.
All right, Instagram has apparently launched Instagram Live Producer, where you can go live on Instagram using streaming software via your desktop. So if you're into that, we got a link. Go check it.
Remember when live was a thing? Everybody's like, we got to be the first live. And then,
Yeah, no one cares about live.
Remember when you guys were live?
I feel like we were, I wouldn't say better. The show is much improved, but we screwed up less, I think, because we knew we had
We
that
just
pressure.
didn't let it happen, yeah.
Now I just take 2-minute breaks to have a sip in the middle of my segment. All right, from social media today, Instagram launches the initial test of new creator marketplace influencer discovery platform. This is specific to Instagram. It's very similar to the brand collabs manager platform that Facebook has. So if you're looking for help on the influencer side, you can check that out. Looks really nice. Also from social media today, listen to this heck show. I am just going to quote Mr. Hutchinson here. Here are 2 new Instagram updates currently in testing, which we're categorizing under really or maybe ew. No thanks. Can't decide.
Why won't he talk to us?
I don't know.
I feel like we would like each other, Andrew.
We like him. We're just waiting for him to like us. Yeah. More glorious writing. The first is this abomination, which adds a notes shelf into your IG direct inbox where you could post status updates or whatever you wish to be shared with connections. We'll have a screenshot if you're looking at the video. It's literally just like posts at the top of your inbox. I don't get it. Abomination's a good word. It doesn't even make any sense. And then later on in the article, he goes on to say there's also this and has a screenshot from Alessandro Paluzzi. Basically, Instagram is experimenting with an option that would enable users to show ads on their profile. And I'm team PPC. I love ads, but that's crazy pants. I don't know. Do you think people are going to use that?
So do you get paid?
Can't tell.
I'll do anything to get paid.
It says payout account in here, so I feel like yes, but I'm sure there's some eligibility requirements for that. I don't know. All right. Last up here in social from Twitter Safety at Twitter Safety. Sometimes you want to see yourself out. Always. Take control of your mentions and leave a conversation with unmentioning now rolling out to everyone on all devices. We've talked about this a lot, and it's been kind of a slow rollout to very specific folks. It's global. So consider me clicking on leave this conversation.
Yeah.
We're done.
We need it for iOS.
All right, now into our segments. We've got what's up with that creepy Google AI bot? And Shep and I are going to do a 20-minute reading again. Are you ready? I'm just joking, everybody.
No.
I'm going to tell you what's up with the Google AI bot. Google's allegedly sentient artificial intelligence has hired
Oh my
an attorney.
God.
What?
I'm
According-
scared.
An Esquire?
Yes, they got Doug Esquire. GiantFreakingRobot.com reported on this, and apparently there's a attorney now. So good luck,
A
everybody.
real one or an AI one?
I don't know. Do you think? I bet they'd hire a real one because that AI does seem sneaky.
Yeah. Who wants to be that lawyer?
Don't get the same lawyer as Jen Shaw. She just pleaded guilty. Also, we're not going to talk about the fact that GiantFreakingRobot.com exists.
No.
Okay.
No,
Just
we're not.
wondering.
And that brings us to our real life segment, straight out of our accounts and into your ear holes. It's time for Working Hard or Hardly Working, where we talk about what's going on in our IRL work, good, bad, or otherwise.
For me this week, I was inspired by the Google Ad script news last week and found out that a negative keyword conflict script is a thing. So it checks your account and sees if there's any negative keyword conflicts and will email you if there are. So that's great since there's not a good reporting option for it in Google Ads. Greg?
For me, I've had some issues. I've been editing the show because Killer changed her career, and I had really bad upload speed. So we had 2 weeks where things came out a little bit late, but we are now at this co-working place in Rochester where I live, basically. And it's so fast. The internet's so fast. It's awesome. And it's like, I just go there and it takes lightning speed, like lightning quick. And I've got the Wi-Fi password, and it's like one of those passwords that's printed on a business card. It's like that password ain't changing. You know what I mean? So like if anybody ever needs like some good internet in Rochester, like let me know.
If you're not going to tell the people, you're going to keep it.
Yeah, no,
Keep it in your wallet in that business card. Yeah, don't slow it down for Greg, people. For me, I've done some analysis with Hotjar. Haven't really dabbled in Clarity too much, but I usually am doing that for clients and accounts that I'm very close to. I was on the receiving end of a Clarity presentation today. Data by Sarah had a great analysis of some very specific pages that a client of ours is looking to redo. And just having fresh eyes on something, like I'm too close to it to have done that objectively. It did confirm a lot of things that we knew, but also brought some ideas to light on how people are using these pages, specific pages that we're looking at redoing on their website. So I just think the takeaway here is fresh eyes, right? It just have somebody look at something for you that doesn't have that bias that maybe you do after years of working with someone. And now for this week's
CoolTool.
As a reminder, our CoolTool segment is not an official endorsement or paid mention. We're simply sharing something we found in our travels that may be of use to our listeners. And is really, really cool.
This week's CoolTool will help you illuminate what you communicate. And if you hadn't guessed, it's Loom, the video recording tool that is essentially built for today's hybrid workforce. You can easily record your screen and camera at the same time with an app or Chrome extension for a video message that lets you show and tell. It's perfect for those moments where you typically say, it'd be easier for me to just show you, let's jump on a screen share, but then you got to schedule the thing. Who wants to do that when you can just record and explain? It takes away the hassle of logistics, and it offers interactive features like timestamp comments, emoji reactions, and more to make the most out of your video, especially great if that video is going to be shared out to multiple people around a team. So if anyone works for or with folks that aren't always in the same room, you should try Loom. And they offer a free trial. It's loom.com, and as always, we will have the link in our newsletter as well as on Discord at community.marketingoclock.com. So pick your poison and check it out.
Great to use with clients too. Greg loves it.
I love it.
Now it's time for our must-read marketing article of the week. An article so advanced, so in-depth, so detailed that we simply cannot cover it in its entirety on today's show.
This week's must-read marketing article of the week comes from DiTomaso over on kickpoint.ca, and Dana has an article called Beyond Page Views, Evaluating Content Success. And Dana does a great job of breaking down what a page view actually is to Google Analytics, how you can better measure content success, understanding browser behavior, capturing the long-term popularity of content, if your content was actually read, and how to determine if the conversion was even possible. And then lastly, how there are some success metrics in a report or dashboard that you can use. So if you are looking for a better insight into how hard your content is working, check it out over on kickpoint.ca. Thank you, Dana.
And now onto our playlist of curated songs to work to. You can head over to playlist.marketingoclock.com to listen to Marketing a Playlist. Greg, what are you putting on the playlist today?
I heard a song. Nobody's going to believe me that I heard this song, but because I'm so old. Or should I go with a classic or should I go with a new one?
New. I'm worried it's mine though.
Okay, it's not. It's GFY by Black Bear with Machine Gun Kelly. I don't know. It just came on my feed. And I'm like, oh, I like this. And then it's MGK, and like all the youngins in the office went to this MGK concert and are like freaking out about it. So I was trying to be cool, and they're like, oh, well, we know this song. So it's really just Maggie. Sorry, Maggie. I just threw you under the bus. But GFY by Black Bear.
What's that stand for?
Go fuck yourself.
Oh, I thought it was good for you.
Oh, no.
You have so many edits to do. I'm worried about you. Okay. I will be going with That's What I Want by Lil Nas X. It's another song of the summer. Right, Jess?
Absolutely. And right up there with it, Harper Valley PTA by Jeannie C. Riley.
Okay.
Did you just say word? Say that again.
Harper Valley PTA, as in Parent Teachers Association, by Jeannie C. Riley.
For some reason, I think I've heard of this.
Is it related to John C. Riley?
I wish. Okay. Equally epic in a different way.
All right, that does it for today's show.
It is now officially not Marketing O'Clock.
Thanks for listening.
And we'll see you next week.
Thanks for listening to Marketing O'Clock. If you're looking for more information on today's topics, head over to marketingoclock.com/newsletter to receive every single article we covered. We share the news as it breaks in our Discord community. Head over to community.marketingoclock.com to join.
Welcome to this week's Shootin the Heck. We're after our famous Friday news show. We don't talk about marketing anymore. We just
Shoot the heck.
I have a new game. It's probably going to be a disaster. Okay, Greg is familiar with this concept. Jess is, do you know what an apex mountain is? It's just from the show, right?
It's like the biggest moment.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's this, The Ringer, Rewatchables.
Yep.
They do this thing where they're talking about a movie and they ask if it's the apex mountain for like the different actors. So I'm going to give you the name of an actor and you're going to say what you think their like biggest defining role is. And I think part of the challenge here is we should try to be like simpatico. Like, let's see if we can get the same answer.
What?
And we're all going to say it at the same time.
How is it a game? Oh, okay. So like 1, 2, 3. Titanic.
Yeah.
Okay.
How did you
Want
know
to
the
do
first
a
one?
sample one right now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. 3, 2, 1.
Wait.
Titanic.
You need
Oh, no.
the name
Okay,
of
here's the name of the actor. Ready?
Okay.
Actor's name, Ralph Macchio. 3, 2, 1. Karate Kid.
Chainsaw Massacre.
Like, I don't know.
Karate Kid.
Who is Ralph?
All right.
I am.
Christmas Story?
That was part of the challenge. I like hope you guys know all these people.
Yeah, that one threw me.
Okay.
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 Here
Good
we
thing
go.
That didn't count.
First person, Cameron Diaz.
Oh, okay. And we're trying to like get it right.
We want a match.
Okay.
Okay.
So it's not personal opinion. It's what I think your personal opinions are.
1, 2, 3.
Something
Shrek
about Mary.
Shrek.
What?
She's retired on Shrek. She's gonna live on Shrek money her whole life.
She's going to live on Good Charlotte money.
She's not even on the darn show.
Show.
What show?
The Shreks. All the Shreks.
She's in all of them.
Who does she play?
Do you ever seen her face on Shrek?
She doesn't need her face.
This is the worst
She
game.
was-
You're right. You're right about that.
Yeah.
Not about the Cameron Diaz, but the thing before it, that this game is going
And
to be
Charlie's
terrible.
Angels is her best work, but no one was going to say that.
I do love that movie. She will send her grandchildren to college with Shrek money. Mark my words. Do you think Good Charlotte holds a candle to the money she's breaking in from Shrek the Fourth?
Of course not. It was a joke.
What's Good Charlotte?
She married like Benji or
And then
Joe?
Nicole Kidman's married to, or Nicole.
Tom Cruise? Oh my God.
No, the other Hilton sister.
I know,
Nicole
it's-
Richie.
Okay, ready for our next one?
I don't know.
No.
Winona Ryder. 1, 2, 3.
Edward Scissorhands.
Man.
I
At
thought,
least
you,
no one said Stranger Things.
I thought you might go Girl Interrupted.
Oh, shoot. That is a top hit.
Mhm.
Yeah.
She's a good
Beetlejuice, though.
Do you like Edward Scissorhands?
I've seen it like once or twice. It's fine.
It's
I like
good.
it.
She's never been in a flop. Okay.
I feel like she was more of a star in that than Beetlejuice. I feel like Beetlejuice is Michael Keaton.
Yeah, and what's her face that sings Deo? What is her name? Catherine O'Hara. Yeah.
Mhm.
It's not Winona's movie, but it's the best
Winona.
movie Winona's in.
But you watch it every year, so I feel like it gets a lot of
When do you watch Beetlejuice?
Christmas
Halloween. 1, 2. Okay, next one. Ewan McGregor. This sparked the game on my couch last night.
Oh.
I don't even know if it's the right actor, but we can go.
1. You have yours, Jess?
No, he's in so many things.
Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3.
Gattaca?
Star Wars.
Is he in Gattaca?
He is, isn't he?
I
Is that
think-
Ethan Hawke?
I don't know.
Here, we got to look
Oh,
it
no, it
up.
might have been not him. I don't know who's in Gattaca.
Ewan McGregor. He's fantastic in Star Wars.
Well, yeah, that is Ethan Hawke, so you're disqualified. And the correct answer was robots.
What is robots?
It's animated.
Stop with these. How
Like,
do you
is
even
this
know?
the guy from Robots?
He's the reason Star Wars is the answer is because everyone remembers the terrible acting, and then
no.
he's just better in the show now.
I was thinking of Jude Law. They look the same to me.
Ewan McGregor and Jude Law,
Yeah.
different hair color, but I could see.
I couldn't name one movie that Ewan McGregor is in.
He's in a
seen
lot of
movie.
movies.
Never seen one
He's
of his
in, like,
movies.
all
Well,
of
isn't
them.
he Fromo too, or whatever?
What's
Name
that
one.
mean?
Name one movie he's in.
Star Wars.
He's
Never seen it.
in the Lord of the Rings.
Never
isn't he?
seen it.
Frodo.
Name another thing he's in.
Yeah, he's in Robots.
Never seen it.
He's in a lot. He has like
I've never
huge,
seen a
and then
movie
his
that Ewan
number
McGregor is in.
repertoire. His number one is a movie I've never heard of about drugs.
What's the name of that movie? I probably heard
Oh wait,
about
I'm thinking of
Train
Elijah
Spotting.
Wood, maybe.
Oh, okay.
Elijah Wood.
Moulin
That's his-
Rouge. He was in Moulin
Oh
Rouge.
yeah.
it. Train Spot. If he's in Train Spotting, that's the number one. Y'all are
Oh,
wrong.
Christopher Robin. He was.
Okay, what's next?
Okay, next we have Samuel L. Jackson.
Oh, this is hard. Shoot.
I think there's only one.
No, there's at least two.
Greg, can you name any?
Yes, I'm
Okay.
just trying to think
Like, what is
because
his
mine
best?
is different than other ones. I'd say.
Okay. Nobody say Deep Blue Sea, but he was really good in that.
Who's ever
Until he
heard of
got
that?
eaten by the shark.
That's the best.
Spoiler
Alert.
Okay, ready?
Wait, no, I can't think of the name. The Oscar. Sorry.
You can look it up.
Oh,
Oh, yeah, that's good.
Don't
point.
look up look up the name of the movie.
yeah. I need the name of the.
I'm
I don't know
like
why I
torn.
can't think of the freaking name of the movie. Okay, I got
He's
it.
in several
Ready?
of my favorite movies.
1, 2, 3. Snakes
Pulp
on a
Fiction.
plane. You couldn't think of Pulp
Snakes
Fiction.
on a plane. Oh my God! Sorry, listeners.
Yeah, right? At least Die Hard with a Vengeance is better than... That was my second choice. Also the best Die Hard franchise. Snakes on a Plane. He's one line in that film.
But he is that film.
He is
He has
Pulp
a lot
Fiction.
of lines in that film.
He's got wallets named after him.
Say what again, motherfucker?
Yeah.
Okay, bleep coming
Mm-hmm.
to Mr. Editor.
They got cheeseburgers and what? Right? Isn't that what he says?
Okay, ready? Nicolas Cage.
Oh, there's two answers.
You really have a lot of work coming for you with the editing.
Oh, did I say that?
It's two swears. now.
Ready?
No, not ready. I need to think about this.
Okay, I got it.
You have 6 seconds. 1, 2, 3.
Face
Gone
off.
in 60
Croods.
seconds.
I said
Gone
six.
in 60 seconds.
She told me I had 6
What
seconds.
did you say?
It influenced my
What did you say? Like Moulin
The
Rouge? Moulin-
Croods.
Oh my God!
National Treasure, 1 or 2.
Nobody.
It's Face Off. There was nothing better than Face Off, and the only thing you could say that might not be would be Con Air, because he led with that movie. He led with that movie,
no.
and that's where he's got the long
Yeah,
hair.
the long
flowing.
hair. What's the other one that's not Con Air? The Rock? Oh, I chose poorly.
Yeah,
This is
what are
a
you
good
doing?
game.
Oh, can I change mine to Con Air?
I just think Face Off was
He is
one
such-
step. Like Con Air set it up, and then Face Off, like that was like the apex.
Face Off could be his best acting, actually. He was
Great.
like amazing.
and then you
in
couldn't
that.
even tell who it was.
I
when they
know,
switched.
it was
It's
such a
crazy.
good John Travolta.
Okay, are you guys up for one more?
Absolutely. Play this all day. Screw the news.
Mark Wahlberg. 1, 2, 3. We
Boogie
bought
Nights.
a zoo. He's not in Boogie
The
Nights.
Funky
Isn't he?
Bunch. That was his
Who's in
name.
Boogie Nights then?
John
John
Travolta.
Travolta.
What am I?
No, he's in
thinking?
Saturday Night Fever.
Mark
Who's in
Wahlberg
Boogie
is the
Nights?
Bostonian.
Mark Wahlberg.
Okay.
He was Marky Mark in the Funky Bunch, right?
Yeah.
That's my answer.
Ted. He's in Ted. And We
Wal-
Bought a Zoo.
Wahlburgers. You're
You all are absolutely nuts. He was nominated for Best Actor for Boogie Nights. Oscar nominated actor for Boogie Nights.
I thought that
A
was
picture that was nominated for Best Picture.
I thought that was John Travolta.
yeah, but that was Saturday Night Fever. We were wrong about that. Can we end on a different person? That was broken. That broke. my heart.
Okay, what
Who else was
about
in an animated film?
Robert De Niro?
Okay.
Or would you rather do Will Smith?
Let's do both.
Okay. Robert De Niro. 1, 2, 3. The
Raging
Taxi
Bull.
Driver.
Or is it just Taxi? What did you say?
The Intern. Robert De Niro and Anne Hathaway came out in 2015.
Raging Bull is supposed to be like one of the best movies ever made.
Okay, you want to do Will Smith?
Yes.
Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Men
in
Black. What was yours?
I'm Legend. I just
that
had to
him?
think of something fast.
Yeah, I think people really dig that. It's Men in Black, though, for sure.
Do you know that in
Okay.
I'm a Legend, the end actually is not the end of the book? They swapped it and made it absolutely the opposite.
Spoiler.
Yeah.
You don't read the book and you don't watch the movie.
Did you read the book?
No.
I actually think I started the movie. It was a little boring.
I feel like it got heavy fast. I remember. What did you say for Will Smith?
Shark Tale. Okay, well, this was obviously a great game. Everyone's new favorite, and we'll see you next week.
Or won't.
Did you seriously make it all the way through that episode of Marketing O'Clock? Good for you. If you're looking for more content, there is a lot more where that came from. So click to watch our latest episode with plenty of digital marketing news and hot takes. Also, please subscribe to our show and like this episode because my job depends on it.